In this demonstration, we're going to talk about some of the functionalities of the HTML editor within the content manager system. The way that we set up most of our sites, the HTML editor will be what you will use to administer uh, most of the pages on your site, probably 95% of your site. So knowing this tool very well will be important. And you can see that it's from this demonstration, that's a very powerful tool, but it's not overly complicated. It's very similar to Microsoft Word or any kind of word editor that you'd use. Uh, so to get started, I just have this block of text right here with a photo on it. Um, so if I wanted to edit any of the text or photo that's within this block, I'm going to use the HTML editor that's built in. When you log on to the system, you'll see all of these, as an administrator, once you log on, you'll see all these different toolbars, and these are blocks of content. The HTML editor is going to be the majority of these blocks of content, so you'll edit them all the same way in general. There's two places where you can go to edit the content. There's going to be a link at the very bottom of it that says edit content. You can see that right here. There's also a small arrow at the top, which will pull down a menu. You can also edit the content from there. It's the same exact thing. It doesn't matter which one you click on, so you might see me use both of those methods while I'm going through this. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on this edit content button. And you'll see that it brings in the HTML editor. Like I said, it is set up similar to Microsoft Word. You have some of the same toolbars that you would see within Word, with a couple added extras as well. There's one of the extras that's on here is called Source. This is going to show you the actual HTML source code that's behind this editor. So whatever you type in this box, it's going to actually generate HTML code. So if you're someone who's familiar with HTML, you can click on the source button and you can see the actual source code that's within here. Also, if you're someone that's familiar, you can with HTML you can add styles and things of that nature in here through the code. But just for the general user, you're going to do most of your work in the regular view mode. Um, to show you a couple of things that are on here that are used most frequently, you have the ability to bold, italicize, and underline text. And I'm just going to highlight some text here and add some of those styles on there. So I'm going to bold, italicize, and underline these first few words that are on here. You can see that in real time it actually does that on the preview window. When you're making these edits, obviously these edits aren't happening on your live site. They're not going to actually happen on your site until you click the update button, which is at the bottom. Or I'm sorry, the save button, which is at the bottom. So you're free to do kind of whatever you want in this space without it actually going live to the customer. You also have the ability to add a list on here, ordered or unordered list, a bulleted list. So just to show you example what I'm talking about here, I'm just going to add a couple bullets in here. So you just click on the insert bullet list, and it'll create a list for you. If you want it to be ordered, showing numbers instead of just dots, you can use this one instead, the one just to the left of there. Other things you can do, you can align text through this. If you wanted to make a paragraph center align instead of left align, you can just click on that button, just highlight the text and click on that button. Similarly, you can right align text. You can also justify it so that it justifies the text. Some other things you can add links and images in here as well. To add a link, all you would do is highlight some words that you want to make a link. And you click on this Insert Edit Link button. It looks kind of like a chain link of a fence. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to bring up a new dialog box with some different link options. The first thing you want to do is hit this Browse Server button, which will give you all the options that you have for inserting a link. You're actually going to have three options whenever this pulls up. There we go. You have three options. You can link to an external site, you can link to a page within your site, or you can link to a file on your site. If you want to link to an external page, just choose this first one, and then you just type in the URL that you're going to go to. So, just for an example, if I wanted to go to google.com, I can just choose google.com as the link type. If I want to go to a page on my site, link from the home page, for example, to a checking accounts page or some other page within my site, I just choose this page function, and then it's going to have a drop down of all the different pages that are on my site. So if I wanted to, in this example, if I wanted to go to the rate updater, for example, I would just choose rate updater as the page link type. Your final option is you can link to a file. So if you had a PDF file or some type of file in general, it can be any kind of file, image, music, generally you're going to probably be using it for PDF files. So we'll just use a PDF file in this example. You just choose File, and then this is actually going to be a list of all the different files that you have already uploaded to your site. I don't have a whole lot on here. So if I wanted to upload a PDF, for example, all I would do is click on this Upload New File button. That's going to give me the option to browse my computer. So I'm just going to browse. I'm just going to find a PDF file that I have on here. I know I've got one on here somewhere. So I'm just going to choose this PDF file and then click on Upload Selected File. So once I do that, it's going to create the link for me, and then I just click on Use Selected Link. I would do the same thing for any of these, page, URL, any of these. After I'm done with it, I would go to this bottom. I'll go to the bottom and then click on Use Selected Link. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can see that it generates the link URL for me. So this now is going to be a link to that PDF file that I just created. You have a couple other options on here. If you click on the target button, you can choose blank or a new window, and this is actually going to open up in a new window. So by default, it's going to open up in the same window. If you want it to open up in a new window, so this PDF will open up in a new window if I select new window right here. There's also some advanced options. If you are going to an external site, we would set up a class for you. So you would type in you could type in external in this style sheet classes, and it'll put up a speed bump or a warning message that you're about to leave the site. That's something that we would initially set up for you. And then anytime that you're going to an external site, you just have to click on advanced and type in something like external, and it would do that for you. So those are some of the options. I'm just going to go ahead and click on OK. Just make sure I chose new window, and you can see that it creates the link for me. Similarly, you can add images in here as well. I already have an image on here, so if I was going to add a new image, I would just select somewhere on the page and click on this Insert Edit Image button. In this case, I'm actually going to edit this image that's currently on here. I'm just going to switch to a new photo. To do that, I just right-click on the image and go to Image Properties. This is the same dialog box if I selected a new image. So you can see that I have this image on here. There's a preview of it in relation to the text. So you'll see that it wraps to the right of the text right now. It's got a width and a height. The border is set at 0. If I wanted to add border, I can do that, and I'll put a line around it, however thick that I decide on the border. I can also put horizontal and vertical spacing on here, so it actually doesn't butt up straight against the text. It'll give a little bit of space to it. Then I choose my alignment. If I want it to align to the right of the text, I can do that. Left of the text, I can do that. You can see whenever I make these changes, they'll actually happen in this preview button as well. I'm going to put it back at right alignment. If I want to change this photo, all I would do is click on the Browse Server button, similar to when I did the link. So I just click on Browse Server, and this is going to pull up a new box, which is actually a library of all the different images that we have on this site. So if I wanted to use one of the existing images that's on here, I can do that. If I wanted to upload a new image, I can just choose this Browse button that's at the very top of the screen and browse for a new image. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that and pick some random image that I have on here. and then click on Upload New File. So once I do that, I have a new image right here. It's iStock and then number on here. So I can just choose this image if I want to replace that other image. You can see it's a rather large image compared to what we need, so we can actually resize it from here. So if I want to make it smaller, I can just type in a different width, and you can see that it's automatically going to adjust my height accordingly. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than that. I'm going to make it left align instead of right align just so that you can see the difference. And then click OK. You can see that now this image, it's a new image, it's left align. I made it the proper width that I wanted to as well. One thing I actually forgot to show you, I'm going to go back into this image properties. You can also make this image a link if you wanted to. So if you click on the link button, you can, or the link tab that's up here, if you click on Browse Server, you'll get that same link toolbar that you got earlier, where you can choose between a link to an external resource page or a file. So just wanted to point that out as well. And then there's the same advanced tabs that there were before. You can assign a style or an ID to the image as well. You're probably not going to use that a whole lot, but I just wanted you to be aware that it's there. You might use the link on the image, so I wanted to point that as well. So I'm just going to go back and click on OK. And then whenever I'm ready, I can, I've got a couple other options. I can actually preview what these changes are going to look like. If I click on that, it's just going to show the content in this preview button below. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that just so you can see it. And you can see there's a preview of the content below here. And this is going to have all the same styles that you would see when you actually submit it to your live site. So I've got everything where I want it to be. I just click on the Save button, and then you can see that the changes have taken effect. There are some other options that you have as far as this goes. There's a content staging setting that you can set as well, and I'll go over that in another demonstration. But the way that would work is when you make an update, only the administrators would be able to see it. And so you can actually log on as an administrator and see the update to the HTML editor, whereas your people that are looking at it from your live site wouldn't be able to see that. Like I said, that's going to be in another demonstration, so we do have staging. There's also versioning history as well, and that's going to be yet another demonstration that we have on here. That'll allow you to go back and see what your HTML items look like on a particular date, and actually allow you to roll back to previously viewed previous type viewing. So like I said, I'll go over those in the future. I just want to show you the general functionality that is on here. So that's going to conclude the first part of the HTML editor.